Good morning. I'm Dave, and this is Dave Explains. And today we are on day 3. Now, I know I said that I was going to try to do these things every day, and to be perfectly honest, I just kind of ran into a lot of issues yesterday. So, we are still on day 3 as long as I put it in. I feel largely before noon, but I mean, let's face facts. Sometimes things happen. It still counts. So today we're going to go into lists, sets, dictionaries, and tuples. We're going to just do a quick overview of them. And this is just to make sure that you're kind of on the right level for this. And we can talk about different things that you would use this for. So let's just jump in. And we're going to start off with lists. And by all my understanding of this, I really should have started off with sets, because sets are a little bit different. But I wanted to start with lists because of the fact that they're the closest thing to arrays. Now, arrays are in Java and JavaScript, PHP, I believe even R. So arrays are a little bit something that more people are going to be more used to. And then tuples are going to be like C# and C++, stuff like that. I believe even other high level languages, which kind of puts Python into the higher level programming area. Now, Python does have something different from most high level languages, and that's that you can actually import something like NumPy and have arrays accessible to you. Now, lists are a little bit more generic, and arrays are a little bit more. You know what? I'm not even going to try to think of the word right now because we have got to jump into this topic. So, yesterday I talked about, well, if you had surveys and you wanted to say, I have all of my historic surveys taken for this survey, and then I want to bring in today's surveys and append that historical survey. This is how I would do it. And the reason why I said that is because with data, you want to make sure that your good data, your data that has been stored or collected on previous times, is all stored kind of away, because every day is another opportunity to collect data that's been kind of corrupted or to have an error. So you kind of want to have that ability to rake in at a certain amount, and then you can just say, well, then this amount of data has not been corrupted and everything. Now, I mean, there is streaming data, and there are methods of doing this that are a little bit more advanced. So I just thought I'd throw in a problem in here, and we can talk about how many of these we can actually do this in and why we would do this. Now, today, let's say 3 people took the survey today, and 3 people, because it started yesterday, 3 people took the survey yesterday. Well, we would print all surveys. I don't know what happened with this. Now we're going to say William, Colette, and Henry, and then we had Jackson, Gilbert, and William. Now, lists allow duplicate values. Not all of these do, but we put in a not in option. Now, the not in is kind of like a it's a little additive that you can put in. It goes actually back to our operators from yesterday, and I just kind of wanted to elaborate on that. because I mentioned it yesterday, but not all of these today are going to actually accept duplicate values like lists do. So this would be a way to eliminate where only, say, William took it yesterday. Now William's trying to take that survey again today. Well, now we're not going to allow William to come in because we only take the survey names from today that are not included in the historical value. Now, obviously, this is, silly because this is a first name. More than one William exists in the world. But say you were to do this with you were at work and you wanted to do everything based on employee number, where they had to type in their employee number to take a survey. Then you would say, well, you've already taken the survey once, you can't take it again. So lists they allow duplicate valuables, they are changeable, you can add things, you can remove things, and they are ordered, which means that if I wanted to, I can also type in today's surveys. Let's take that out, just because you don't really know what I'm supposed to be doing here. We're going to go back really quick, Control F5, and we got William Collette Henry. That's all the surveys from yesterday. Then we're going to take that out. Now we're going to do print today's Jackson Gilbert William. Now I want you to look at this. When I said that they're ordered, that means that these orders will not change. Here's the order up here. Here's the order down here. Later on, that's going to be important for you to notice. We're just going to ignore her. And now, because we did for X, not in all surveys append X, we're going to get, should be 5, William Collette Henry Jackson Gilbert, 5. Now, we're going to say, I don't want today's surveys or anymore. I want to empty those out because we're done collecting surveys for today. We are going to clear those surveys. So we're going to go ahead, hit that, and we're going to see them now cleared. There are no people in today's surveys. They're all in all surveys. Now, we're going to sit there and say, well, I don't like the fact that it's not alphabetized. So we're going to say, let's print all again, but now it's after we've sorted all surveys. So now we're going to bring in new people from today into the historic list, and now we're going to make sure that all of those are sorted alphabetically into the list. And that is frightening. Somehow we ended up losing Gilbert. I think it's because we ran this twice and Gilbert was... That's interesting. All right. No time to sit and wonder about that. We'll try to figure that out, and I'll bring that up later on in a video for later. The important part is, though, that lists are similar to arrays They allow duplicate values. They are changeable. They are ordered. That also means that if I want to, I can say print all surveys, and it should be iterable so that I can pick the third by putting out 2, because it starts at 0. 0 is the first slot. So it would be 0 is the first one, 1 is the second one, 2 is going to be the third one, which here we said was Jackson. Now this is ordered, so that order will not change. And we have Jackson right there. Beautiful, wonderful, it worked. Let's hit lists. Although technically Jackson should have been the 4th iteration, because we don't know what on earth happened to Gilbert. If anybody knows and just wants to make my life easier, go ahead and comment below. That would be really helpful for me. So now if you're going to make a comment, it'd be really nice if you liked the video. Hit the subscribe button. That really works. I should have said something in the beginning, because from what I'm seeing, I'm not seeing anybody really go too heavily into this. And I understand, for anybody who's really looking at this, these are like beginner videos. These are just videos to kind of get an idea of how you would use these in data science. And these are incredibly important. Sets, tuples, and lists and dictionaries, because of the fact that you are going to take a column, you're going to mark it as a list, a set, a tuple, what have you, and you're going to do analytics with it. So you're going to go back and you're going to sit there and you're going to go for X in today's surveys. You're going to go through a for loop and you're going to chop it up with a split. You're going to remove extra spaces. You're going to remove punctuation and stuff like that. Here, like, let's say I have this commented out, and I bet you, nope, I just never did it. All right, let's make a paragraph. Paragraph equals it is important that you learn how to parse sentences. Now, a lot of people sit there and go, well, in today's culture, we're only supposed to put one space after the period, because then blah, 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 blah. Double spaces is actually really, really old and doesn't matter anymore. And I'm like, you know what? In code, those nice little differences make things easier. So if I were to say, anytime I see a double space, that's a different sentence, as opposed to now I just don't have anything. Well, you have punctuation. Yeah, great. But those periods, so what happens if I have an ellipses? What if I happen to have this or that or the other? Periods are used incorrectly also. So there's just too many rules. Just put the double spaces back. Anyway. Are rules to write properly that can be used to I don't know, rip apart code, rip apart sentences. logically. All right, so that's a 2-sentence paragraph. It technically works. All right, fine. So we're going to go in here and we're going to say for X in paragraph print X. Now this is going to be fun because you're going to sit there and you're going to see this entire thing printed vertically. So what happened? All right, let's say we want to, we're going to go in and we're going to take in an internal condition that we can just go, all right, paragraph equals paragraph. I just can't remember the exact word for it right off the top of my head. I'm still only halfway through my first cup of coffee, and I'm trying to get this done as soon as possible. So if I sit here and I think about it, it's just dead air. So I'm just going to keep on going, and I'm going to use like words that are not our normal programming jargon. So paragraph equals paragraph dot split, and let's say we just want it on the space. So we're going to do double quotes, space in the middle of those double quotes. And now, because paragraph equals paragraph dot split, and then we're going to say for X in paragraph. This is not going to work out well because it's going to be, I think I have to take this out. I just hate this new stuff where you can click and drag things. Let's take that out, put it back up here. There we go. And now we've split it up. Instead of doing each letter vertically, now we've got all of the different words vertically, because now we've chopped up this sentence into words, not their individual letters. So now we can sit there and we can really analyze this, saying that oh goodness, you can actually go in and there are libraries where you can pull them together, pull them in, and find out every single word that is positive. So like logically would be positive, properly would be positive, and then you would sit there and go, if well, here. I hate that when I sit there and I try to. Is there a find option? I want to put in properly. Let's find out. Right? Has no intro. Oh. There is an option to find it. I'm just not doing it right. It's not find, it's something else. But you want to sit there and you want to say, okay, well, if properly has the word not in front of it, then it's a negative. So you have all the ability to find a positive, and then you're going to put in that not option. And same thing with logically and stuff, so that you can find out if this sentence is a positive or a negative paragraph. So this sentence, or sorry, this paragraph is a positive or negative paragraph. Now, why is that useful? Well, YouTube allows me to block negative comments if I so wanted to. but that's YouTube. A lot of times you actually have to do this on your own website, and you have to be able to put in, do I want to allow people to put in like obscenely negative things, or do I want to suss out, curse words? So, fun stuff. Let's get into sets. We have to get into sets here. We're already so long in. Now, I have a set. Now, sets are unordered, unchangeable, unindexed, and do not accept duplicate values. So I put in K equals heaven, hell, earth. And let's put in print K. Do we still have things going on upstairs? All right. Yeah. Do you have any other prints up here that need to get? Nope, we're good? All right. The list is not callable. What is going on? All right, let's just do a blanket here and comment out that whole section. Now, I did do a little bit of work on this in advance. Now, what I don't like is this. They say it's unchangeable, but you have the ability to add or remove things from this set, which means it's changeable. So the only other option would be that once this is set, I can't set another one as K. But now we have K equals Kevin, James, Michael, and this is important. Watch if it allows 2 Michaels. It does not. Now, I can't remember, but these are like the 3 people I can remember from Men in Black that had like Agent K, Agent J, and Agent M. So we're going to keep doing this again. And now this is the important part that I wanted to mention. Unordered, unchangeable, unindexed. Now, forget the unchangeable part. The unindexed means that we can't iterate. So I can't just sit there and go like print K 1. It doesn't have that. We can't. It doesn't have an index. But I also want you to notice these are not coming out the same way every single time. Like it just did here, but look here. See, James is first, Kevin is in the middle. Let's do it again. And okay, it's coming out now. Kevin, James, Michael. See, it is changing every once in a while. It doesn't have that set order. So sets can be useful, but I mean, they're kind of like the meh version of this. Tuples are ordered and unchangeable. So I'm just gonna comment out this print. It doesn't matter if these other ones are still, that these still exist. It doesn't really matter because I'm not calling on them. They're just being established still. So we have presidents. Presidents are Washington, Lincoln, and Kennedy. So sorry, I forgot. So again, it says unchangeable, but what is going on with this? I'm hitting Shift F5 and not Control F5. But if I take out this comment, this hashtag, it goes to Bush, Clinton, Bush. All right. So now, that means it is changeable. Once again, I don't know. There's no constant. Actually, a joke because there isn't. Now, the thing that I like about tuples is that is tuple packing, which is just interesting because in a way it's almost like a dictionary. And dictionaries, as we're going to find out soon enough, have key value pairs. So where you can sit there and say that Washington has this description, of wooden teeth, and then this description 2 is wig, and description 3 is general. It has that, and they are established. And what's fun is that I did not know this until this morning, because I haven't really played around with tuples that much, is something called tuple packing, where you can pack these little descriptors in. So we have presidents. Now, obviously, if I take off this hashtag and we go to comments, this is not going to make as much sense. Except for maybe young, because the second Bush was younger, but so we have Washington, Lincoln, Kennedy. We have the 3 descripting things: teeth, beard, and young. And watch what happens if I print teeth. We have Washington. What happens if I print wig? See, I actually thought that maybe this would supersede this. So like if I took off this hashtag, it would supersede the first president's statement, and we would have different presidents. But like, watch what happens when I print teeth again after. Oh, good Lord. There we go. Print wig as well. And we have Washington, Washington, Washington. So this statement does not supersede this statement. It's really weird. So that almost means like you can. I don't know, because I haven't found anything that really shows how many that you can do of this, but you can take descriptions of these 3 presidents and keep putting them in. And this kind of goes into a little bit of data science, where you're working with machine learning, where you're using descriptions to describe an object. In this case, that would be in a tuple. But it's still not. I wouldn't say that this is necessarily as locked in as I would like. Things could get weird, and obviously multiple presidents might be known for a mustache or a smile or a hat. So obviously, these are not very descriptive. I can't do print teeth, because 5 or 6 presidents might come up. And that's where we go into dictionaries. Now, dictionaries are ordered beginning with Python 3.7. Before that, they were unordered. They are changeable, and they do not allow duplicates. So, definitely know what you're doing. Now, I have a little dictionary here. We have the dictionary success, and this is what a key value pair is. So the key would be like, and the value would be hit the thumb up button. That's down below this video. Subscribe. That's the YouTube play button. You can hit that just below this video. And notification. You're going to want these notifications, because all month long we're doing this. I'm going to be increasing my total video count by almost 50% by the end of this month. So you're going to want to hit that notification bell, because you want to be notified about these videos coming out every day. So hit that notification bell down below. Now, the fun thing about dictionaries is that they are locked in like this. This is locked in. From now on, if I hit print success, you're going to see hit the thumb up button, subscribe, YouTube play button, notification bell. Hit them now. If I want you to hit that like button, because I really, really do, I can hit I can hit. Do you think they should hit the like button? No? Oh, well. Down here, the thumb up button. Now, here's the fun thing about this, is that this is not indexed. There is no 1. It should be the second one. It should be subscribed, like you should, but it isn't. This is not an indexed thing. You can't iterate through this. You can, but you can't call it based on that. Now, I love dictionaries because they're so similar to JSON. So if you're familiar with JSON, you can be familiar with this. So now we have nested dictionaries, and that's another thing I like, because if you look at JSON goes through multiple levels. Going out horizontally, you have like your level 0, your first level, where this would be your level 0, which would be you, or the like, subscribe, notification, and then your second level would be what they are, but their key value pair. But then you can go out further than that, because this is the total success. So this is like level 0, this is level 1, and then this would be like level 3. So these are nested dictionaries. These are dictionaries inside of dictionaries. And what's really fun is that you can do this in multiple ways. Now, with programming, and we're going to talk about this, I think I've been really working to get to functions, which I want to do tomorrow. And what I really like, and I did not know about this, I didn't really think about this in this way until today, is that you can actually design your nested dictionaries in a way like writing object-oriented programming. So I can establish it like this, where we have total success, and then we have the smaller dictionary of you have to hit the like button. And the like button really just kind of makes it so that YouTube understands that this is a likable video, and that maybe it should suggest me to other people. The subscribe obviously helps me out, because once I hit 1,000 subscribers, I can actually get monetized for sharing information that I got in grad school. Well, grad school, personal study, and my undergraduate. And then hit the notification bell. And that reminds you to come back and watch these videos so that I can get 4,000 hours. And that has to be done in a year. I have to have 4,000 hours in the last year to hit a little bit of money. And I know that everybody's like, oh, YouTube money and everything. No, you know what? For 1 million views, I would get like $1,000. And that might be the video that I worked all week on, or several weeks on, and I made $1,000 for a month. It's not all raining success. I don't see 1 million people looking at this. I wish, but it is what it is. Now, so while this is really cool, I want you to notice that, once again, I copied this U section from the success section up above. And instead of writing all of this out all over again, I could have just done this. Now we have to keep the comma, but I could have just done success. What happened? Oh, good Lord. All right. Okay, and now it's done. The exact same thing is going to happen now. And that's where I could have done channel up here, channel equals, and then taking that out. And then now channel equals channel. And then we can say print total success. You like, you subscribe, you notification bell, channel hours, channel subscribers. See, that is awesome to me that you can just, write this all out and then pull them together into another dictionary just like this. So there's a lot of ways that you can really organize this data. You can use sets to establish small sets. You can use lists to do just go through a list of things that you want to go and get information on. So that would be like a call list. So let's say I wanted to call information about William or call up William's survey. You can attribute little links to little descriptions and pack them into a tuple. Or you can really solidly put things into a dictionary and have it established what's going on. And like dictionaries, I guess probably the coolest thing I've ever done with a dictionary is I had to create a dictionary where I had different diseases, and then I had to have symptoms and prescriptions for each one, and then I could pull them into one gigantic dictionary at the end. So thank you, and I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow I hope to be doing functions, and I will see you in the next one. As always, comment below and let me know what I did wrong. Let me know what I did right. Hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. Make me better.